It's the time again for a package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's just awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to talk about the LD300, or better known as the Q90 from Powkiddy. Yes people, Powkiddy is back in time with a new device. Here on the channel we are going to check out what are we going to get, what are the performance. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell and give this video a thumb up if you want to. Would be great. So alright, let's do an unboxing and let's chit chat. Doing YouTube now for a couple of years and made a lot of these different reviews, and for me it's always more like a question, what are we going to get, what did they improve, because in a couple of years they released so many different models and most of the time we're getting a lot of same results. Don't get me wrong, they improved a lot of things. For example, nowadays we're having very nice looking boxes that we didn't have in the beginning. With all the different systems out there, then is the question, is the LD300 something that we are all needing, or is this a system that is more like in shadow of something else? So with this system it comes with a Type-C connection, so I'm very happy that I'm finally going to use the latest USB connection for data transfer and charging. Here we have the toilet paper manual that I was calling it, because they are very basic. Some have horrible English and a lot of information that is not very helpful. So if it comes to the manuals, it's good that they give you this, but they need to include more information that we can use. Looking at this device, one thing that is really appealing to me personally, that is the form factor itself. Not only the landscape model, but I really like the casing that we have in this round, because we're having some square, let's say weird looking handhelds that are not very comfortable for a very long time. So holding this in my hand, it feels very nice. So let's do a little bit of an overview. What are we going to get with this device, because there's a lot to talk about. Here at the left side we're finding the D-pad. At the top side I really love it because I'm a D-pad fan. You can see that this thing has quite a long travel. It's more like the LDK. And in general it feels quite nice. The analog stick is more like the PSP, but what I find very surprising, that this thing feels so very good, like an, let's say, a higher quality product, because this can be a very difference between systems. Funny thing is that I tried to rip the Nintendo Switch off simply because there's of the minus and plus buttons over here. At the right side we're finding the select the start button and 4 buttons for controlling the games. The button quality is more like we can expect of these quality Chinese handhelds. In general, not bad at all, and the buttons got a very nice touch. Here at the right we're finding the controlling wheel. That is something that is, we'll not say unique, but not all of the systems have these. At the top we're finding a connection like the Type-C for charging and controlling the system for data transfer. We're having 2 shoulder buttons, as you can see over here. Beneath we're having these little micro switches. At the side we're finding on and off switch. At the bottom we're finding the SD card, and having here the AV out function. There's no HDMI output. At the back we're finding 2 speakers, very huge, very curious how these are going to sound. And like I'm always saying, the Nokia battery, but this thing actually has a Nokia battery. Let's open it up. What I really like about these batteries, you can just replace them very easily, and that's something that is very convenient. Let's take a close look at the capacity. This thing has a 1500 milliamp, so that is quite huge. It gives you a couple of hours of playtime. If you look at the shell and how everything closes, it feels very nice. I personally really love the transparent, but there are different colors available. But I needed to show you this. This is the LDK landscape, and when seeing this thing for the first time, unboxing it beside making this video, I was thinking, oh man, I have a deja vu moment. Did I just bought the same product? But no, as you can see, you can understand why I had this deja vu moment, because this thing looks almost identical. I will do let's say an extended side-by-side comparison with the LDK, but just wanted to show you this. And I can already see and feel some differences. But as you can see over here, this device has 2 extra buttons over here. So there are quite some differences, as you can see. But it's really funny that they almost look identical to each other. So the device itself runs on OpenDingux. For the people new to OpenDingux, this is more like, or better said, this is the NX Hope version of it. But what is very cool about these devices is that you can finally add and remove your own emulators. So that's very cool. That is something you didn't have with the first generation of Chinese devices. This thing has a pretty boring skin, to be honest. But of course it's all about the system. And as you can see, it got a wide range of support of devices. We're going to test some out and just to see what are we going to get. Also we're having here homebrew games. That is very cool because homebrew games like Doom, and there is a big community behind it, so there will all be small new updates. Here we have the basic things I think most of you will never use because most of you will buy it like an emulator device. We can swap the skin if some are available on the device, but I'm going to leave it for now. Alright, so let's start the games with Adventure Island on the Game Boy Classic. What I really like about it, if you're pressing this button, you can see you're having quick load, quick save. It all depending what kind of emulator you're using, and it can change the bezel and etc, etc. And the sound is very good. Alright, so the next one, Sonic Adventure for the Game Boy Advance. And it handles the Game Boy Advance very nice. The good thing is we have all the buttons like the Super NES controller, so that is very good. Sounds really good. Alright, let's try Game Gear.
Versus SNK.
Alright. Yes. Widescreen. Loading. Oh. Funny thing is, you can already see that it's struggling. Yep, it's struggling. You can see the two-dimensional games are playable. It will have a little bit of slowdowns. Right, let's try some PC Engine. Whoa! What is happening? This can be good. It seems to be that something is wrong with this. No. Alright, so it's pretty messed up. Alright, so let's try another game of the PC Engine, because I know for sure if it's messed up. I don't know what's going on, but as you can see, these are the little things that happen, and I know for a fact there is nothing wrong with the system controls itself. Alright, so let's try some Neo Geo. Oh. Oh man, it looks amazing on this EPS screen. He's going to whoop my ass. Mark my words. I must say I'm not the biggest fan of the analog stick. I don't like it at all. Just so give me the D-pad. Oh yeah, of course I'm doing the taunt. Right, you know how it goes with art of fighting? Just kick him in the balls. Just push him in the balls. Let's try a main game. Alright, so now we know what kind of performance are we going to get. So all the other retro stuff will work, but PlayStation 1 is a little bit of a downside. But if you look at the display itself, this 3.5-inch EPS screen, it looks beautiful. So that's something I just wanted to still point out. So if you look at the display, it's something that is a big improvement in general if you look at all the previous models. But if you look at this device, it's a very cool product. I really love the form factor of it and what you're going to get, but the only downside I can find of is now the price itself, because this thing is quite expensive if you look at all the other options we're having. So if you look at the device, yeah, I like it. It's something that I really appealing, and I think it's basically one of my favorite handhelds. And the sound is good, the image is nice. Yeah, the analog stick, that is something that is more personal thing, but I really love the D-pad, it plays very nice. I really like the extra buttons over here if you look at the LDK, because you can, with a lot of emulators, you can just go to the menu very quickly. But with some emulators you need to press select and start, for example, with the MAME emulator. 2 speakers, I love it, it sounds very good. So this is what you're going to get. I like it, but it's a little bit too expensive, to be honest. So if they drop it in the price, I think you will really like this. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, because that means I will see you in the next video.